Hi, I'm Terry Price,
And I'm Carolyn Flynn.
and we're writers and coaches of the writing space, a place for the artisan writer to be nurtured and encouraged through retreats, one-on-one mentoring, webinars, and more. You can find us at thewritingspace.net. This is the third of four videos to talk about Carolyn's upcoming webinar, You, Your Book, and a Mouthful of Stars, an agent pitch workshop. Today's topic is You, Future Author. In a business with 95% rejection rate, Carolyn, what can we teach writers? What can they do?
Well, I think that's kind of a daunting number to hear when you first put it out there. But it's about really reframing it, which is it's a 5% acceptance rate. So part of what this workshop will do will sort of tell you about the business so that you really kind of know what is. It really is a numbers game. And it will also help you focus on the positive end of that, which is it's a 5% acceptance rate. And even that's just so daunting. But what we will really do is kind of work with everybody who is going to be in this workshop. It's already filling up. It's going to be a wonderful group. And we will give people the practical tools that they need to really get everything just pitch perfect and feel confident that you really do have a sharp pitch, that you're going to be in that 5%.
That's fantastic. And I understand the goal is to be in the 5%, and what we're going to do is increase the odds of people having the acceptance. But rejection, even the greatest authors experience rejection. How will this webinar help to steel writers to deal with rejection?
Well, I'm reminded of what one of my favorite authors, Elizabeth Gilbert, says about rejection. She says, don't pre-reject yourself. This workshop is really for people who maybe already are noticing that they are hesitating to take that next step to seek professional representation. Maybe the book is done, and a few months have rolled by where they felt like it's done, but they haven't taken that step. And it's also for writers who are kind of midway through the process. Maybe you're pretty close to finishing your novel, or maybe your memoir. This is for fiction and creative nonfiction, as well as even just nonfiction, pure nonfiction. And it's you may be in that revision stage. This will also help you because it will give you clarity as you finish the process. But about that rejection thing, it's really about kind of skills, and it's all about confidence and knowledge. We'll use some visualization tools to help people see beyond the task at hand, which is writing an agent query letter and rehearsing a pitch. Much like baseball, a baseball pitcher does not just throw the ball to the strike zone, so it throws it all the way through. So the visualization will help you see it all the way through and help you kind of expand your definition of how you get out there in the world and get your book published, because there are so many more options for writers now than there have been, more than there have been at any time really in history, and that's a huge shift. Instead of thinking there's a 5% acceptance rate through this one gate, there are really many gates, and there are many ways to get there, and we'll help writers have the confidence to see that.
That's great. You know, we have the creative side, but there's also this business side, and especially for those that have not published yet, we have this notion of how the business side works. You're talking about this shift. Will this webinar deal with how we perceive the business side of it, and how will it shift our ideas about the way business works in the publishing industry?
I think there'll be a lot of information about how the business has shifted, which I think in a way, what I really hope that it does is really elevate this whole conversation about the role that agents play, editors, publishers, and then really about the role that the author plays. Because one of the most valuable things that an author can have right now is to really have a platform that you are building. So that basically, so a lot of this will talk about how to build your platform and how to convey that you have a really growing platform for your book. You have a growing audience. can demonstrate that there are people who are out there who are hungry for your book, and that will give writers the confidence that they need to make these pitches.
That's great. That's it for the third of 4 videos about you, your book, and a mouthful of stars, an agent pitch workshop. Join us for the 4th in the series, Meet an Agent, coming soon. For Carolyn Flynn, I'm Terry Price of thewritingspace.net. See you next time, everyone.
Thanks a lot.